What's up, everybody? How's it going today? This is Asiel Baez, Sonia Day, coming back with another video for you guys. So this is a continuation of the series on Orishas and their children, and today we're going to be talking about the children of Obbatala, Hekwababa, the children of Obbatala, the great one, the king of the white cloth. So, first of all, I want to say Mafarefung Obatala every single day of my life. I absolutely love Obatala, and I have always had the highest of regards for that Orisha, and I love the Funfun court. I'm always after new Funfun Orishas. I guess I would have to say it in that manner. So, but I love Obatala. Obatala is just, I love his peaceful energy and his wisdom, and Obatala has always been like an inspiration to me in my life as to how I try to portray myself and behave, and as to goals that I want to reach. He's like an inspiration of goals for me personally to reach in life. So Hekwa Hey Baba me Obatala Yagwana every single day of my life. I absolutely love him, and his children have always been really nice to me. I have always gotten a lot of vide from the children of Obatala. So, with that being said, so let's talk about the children of Obatala. The children of Obatala tend to be, we're going to talk about them in Ire and we're going to talk about them in Osobo, okay? And then we're just going to break them down in that manner. So the children of Obatala, for the most part, tend to be very pleasant, very calm, and very focused individual when they are in Ire. They would be very nice to be around. They tend to be quiet or just like, funny, and they'll have like they'll be kind of like social introverts. So they'll enjoy people's company, and they'll be really personable and very nice to be around when they're nice and like in their face. They will also be very committed to the things that they decide to commit to, but that comes with the next step, which is they will be scared to take steps. So the children of Batala are known to be very committed and very focused, but then when they are trying to switch or change, they may have a long time span between decision making and actual action taking. So between the time that they decide to start a business to the time that they actually start a business, they go through this whole period. That may be a long time in which they're just thinking and thinking about it and thinking about it, and they're worried about taking the step and taking the step and taking the step, and so it takes them a while. In the relationship aspect, they will be with someone that they love and that they are aware that they want to commit to them, but it'll take them a long time to propose. For example, like they'll be very committed to whatever cause that they may be having or whatever it is that they are focusing on, but they will take the longest of time to switch anything or to take the next step, because they're very methodical. They just have to take every step has to be perfectly calculated for them. They will also study and do anything to get ahead. The children of Batala, when they're in Ire, they're very like I said, very focused individuals, and they're usually very hard-working individuals, and will always be trying to get ahead or look for the new promotion or look for the new things in life. They will definitely be moving forward, always constantly trying to move forward. They will be very religious people. When children of Batala are in Ire, they tend to be very religious, or they tend to be very focused. I keep using that word on religion. So they'll do a lot of their prayers, they'll dress in white, they'll feel very comfortable dressing in white, and they will feel very empowered, and they will be nice people to be around, especially when you're trying to elevate yourself spiritually also. Also, normally when they are in Ire, children of Batala, they will avoid alcohol and mental intoxications of all sorts. Usually, a child of Batala will avoid drinking and will not feel comfortable with the sense of losing. What is the word? Oh my God, what is that word? I can't believe I forgot. Losing consciousness, or like, losing power, blacking out. So normally they will be on the lookout for those signs, and normally they will either not drink at all, or they may have a little bit of a drink, and then as soon as they start getting buzzed, they will let those things go. So children of Obatala are very, very nice people overall. They will always, again, another thing I have written here, because I'm looking at my notes, another thing I have here is like they will keep the house clean and will feel very comfortable wearing clean clothing. It's always good for a child of Obatala to go and take a shower and a nap. Whenever they feel stressed out or anything along those lines, children of Obatala should always just take a shower, dress in white, and then get into bed. Something that I always tell my godchildren is to cover your head up, or put cascarilla on your head before bed, etc., so that you can have like better dreams and things like that, or like, sleep more calmly. But the children of Obbatala, that's always a good thing for them, is to just simply take a shower, get dressed in white, and head into bed when they are stressed out or anything along those lines, okay? So amazing people, amazing people. If you can think of something else of the children of Obbatala, in Ire, they're also very creative. They tend to be very creative, or they'll be good at like arts and crafts and things like that when they want to do it, not when they're being forced to do it. But when they want to sit down and make a painting or a necklace or something, they'll be very crafty with it, and it'll come out really pretty. Now, let's talk about the children of Obbatala in Osobbo. Okay, so the children of Obbatala in Osobbo. When a child of Obbatala goes in Osobbo, okay, so there tends to be one of two things. Either they usually will go into Osobbo in the early stages of their life, and they'll grow out of it, or they'll live a nice life and then they'll go into Osobbo towards the last stages of their lives. And that's kind of like maybe what they might want to avoid. But so they tend to either go in Osobbo in the beginning and grow out of it, or they have a beautiful life and then they go into Osobbo at some point. Sometimes the Osobbo is just simply like a midlife crisis and stuff like that, and then they'll get over it again. But we'll see. It depends between people and people. And remember, these are just like observations. Nothing is written in stone. Anywho, in Osobbo, the children of Obbatala, they tend to be rowdy. They tend to make no sense and act crazy. So when they're in Osobbo, they're very quick to anger, and they're very quick to like want to cause a scene, or just be very revengeful at different points, and they will definitely make it known. Usually they will do a lot of like, they will go ahead and make a scene, and then they'll turn around and give you the silent treatment from that point forward until they're no longer mad anymore. When acting crazy, what they tend to do when they're acting crazy is like they'll just pick a fight. They'll just scratch at the scab over and over again, and when you think it's all done and they have nothing else to say, they've already been screaming, they were super mad, everybody's calm and everything, and then out of nowhere they just like restart right back up with the same person or someone new. So they make no sense when they go in Osobbo. Like they'll go from A to C to B to D to G to F to Z to like whatever, So they'll go all over because their head, Obatala being the head, if the child of Obatala goes into Osobbo, they can't think straight. Their mind gets clouded very quickly, and then their judgments of everything becomes very like distorted. In Osobbo, they don't think. I already went over that. They will be cheating or they'll be more prone to cheating. Whereas when they're in ide, they're very committed. They're very much so like, this is my person and that's it. When they're in osobo, they're kind of like, they don't care about themselves, so they don't care about anybody else either. Another thing, in osobo, they will paralyze to change. They will be stubborn. When they're in ide, they will think and calculate. They would fear the change, but they won't crumble under change. When they're in osobo, they get paralyzed and they don't even want to think about changing anything around them, be it relationship or work or like personal things or whatever. They'll just be like no, and they will not want to change anything. So they become stuck in a rut very quickly when they're in osobo. When they're in osobo, children of Obbatala in osobo will also like to remain stuck in bad surroundings, and sometimes they like it. So even sometimes when they find themselves in an osobo, the osobo may be their surroundings, may be the people that are around them. But when they are in osobo in their minds, it's like they won't care. They could be living in a dumpster, they could be living in a crack house, they could be living with 100 toxic people around them, and they'll just be like, oh, they'll change and whatever. So they'll be very like naive, and they'll get very naive, and sometimes they will secretly like that, because then they will feel like everybody, they would like to do the whole like I am the best out of all of these crappy people, so they'll purposefully, so like stay within certain surroundings around them, just so that they can then make themselves feel better, that they're still better than the other people around them. Judgmental much? Yeah. You don't want children of Obatala judging you while they're in osobo, because at the end of the day, they're always going to be better than you are. Another thing about children of Obbatala and osobo is we consider them. That's just a joke in the religion, and people say they crown you Obbatala to not crown you the devil. It's because of how they tend to everybody thinks Obbatala is just always going to be so peaceful, and then his children will just be like raging warriors at certain points, so it's a pretty interesting thing. When they go into osobo, they go into a very like devilish mentality. When they are in osobo, children of Obatala in osobo, they will feel uncomfortable in white clothing and may prefer at points to even be dirty. They may not want to wash themselves or shower or switch their clothing. Sometimes they might like, and they will, as a physical and personal punishment, they might even wear the same clothing just because of the smell. They'll they'll kind of like the stench of dirty clothing on them. That is when they're in osobo. They will also go into like drug addictions or any type of alcohol abuse or any type of intoxication abuse, children of Obatala, and they may have hoarding issues. When children of Obatala going into osobo, they will definitely have big hoarding issues, in which they will like not clean their house, clean them, or clean anything for as long as they don't need to care about, and it'll just definitely stay there and collect as much dust as needed. So they definitely, when they go into osobo, they definitely have to go ahead and do head rogations at the feet of Obbatala. They have to make sure that they clean themselves or wash their bodies, and then they have to make sure that they have good night's sleep. It is very important for children of Obbatala to have good night's sleep. Okay, if you're a child of Obbatala and your job is not allowing you to sleep well, you need to change your daily routines or whatever, your nightly routines. You need to change whatever so you can have a better sleep, or change jobs and things like that. Sleep is very important for the children of Obbatala. So Any day, remember, they are the most nicest of the people. As far as I'm concerned, me personally, that I can remember at this particular point, I have always had really good interaction with children of Obbatala, but for sure, I have definitely always had a strong attraction to Obatala and have loved his energy, and his children have definitely brought a lot of Ide into my life, and they have been such a blessing for me. So yes, if you're a child of Obatala, please stay sane, and everybody else, please stay safe. So that's what I got for you guys in this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and you have learned some things. Please, if you know any other examples, if you yourself were a child of Obatala, please in the comment section let me know, how do you feel when you're in Iden? How do you feel when you're in Osobo? I would love to hear from children of Obatala directly who have been crowned, and like some of your personal life experiences with your emotions and how you deal with them. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I want to remind you guys, please, very quickly, to make sure that you guys subscribe and hit the notifications button on my channel so you guys can get whatever videos that I'm posting. And also I want to remind you guys about my book. Yay! My first book is officially coming out. As of the recording of this video, I don't know the date yet, but it's officially fully written and we are in the editing stages of the book. So I want to make sure that everybody is keeping track, and please, as soon as you see whatever other video in regards to my book, I would deeply appreciate it if you go on and you purchase that book and you like support me, because that's gonna definitely help take me into the next expansion of my temple. Pretty please. So yes, thank you guys so much. Obatala. Ayagua mi padre. May your beautiful white shawl just always cover us with peace, and may there always be abundance and blessings in your life and in everything that you guys do. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in one of my next ones. Ache, 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 to.